That's like 20 behind me, but we'll take it.
Yep, that's more speed than you, Trotty.
Without doubt. I mean,
Wow.
that's
killed.
a power
That
move.
wasn't too bad.
That was for a first one. That was.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here for power moves. Maria Fassi, Rory McIlroy. I don't think I'm going to say much instantly out the gate. You didn't need warming up much. What do you see in there? I mean,
it's so efficient, right? I mean, I think one of the great things about Maria, and I've watched her play a handful of times and only been in her company a couple of times, but just that separation, you know, she gets to the top of the swing and then just the leg drive and the movement and the separation she creates is, it's like a slingshot. And that's why.
Tell us the separation. Expand on that.
So I think, you know, younger people and kids do it better than anyone else. I think, you know, when you're a youngster, the strongest part of your body is your legs. And then as you get older and maybe, you know, do some more exercise and get in the gym, your upper body starts to catch up with your lower body. But for younger people, you always see they get to the top and then the only thing that they can drive with is their lower body. So whenever I say to someone, you know, I want you to move your lower body better, go watch a 10 or 12-year-old kid. They do it the best. So it's really from the top of the swing, it's just using the ground, using everything, all your strength at the bottom to get into a position where then your upper body can just follow and act like that slingshot. So like there's a separation there and then it just frees up your upper body to come through and hit it like that.
So hit another one for us, Maria. Are you conscious of any of that? I mean, do you think that? Do you need to know that?
No, I mean, and I think I've been lucky with the coaches that I've had in my career that nobody ever like try to change my leg action. Because I know of people that they're like, oh yeah, your legs are too fast. Maybe the club can fall behind, and they kind of try to correct that by slowing my legs down. But I've actually been very lucky with people just staying away with just, okay, we'll try to find a way for your upper body to catch up. But my legs have always been fast, and I guess like, well, I'm still 22, so hopefully that stays with me for a few more years. But it's just, I mean, I know I swing from my legs and then the arms and club just follow, but it's honestly more of a unconscious thing than me actually being like, okay, let's use the legs or whatnot. So
when did you start playing golf?
I was 7.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
So it's in there. It's natural. You don't think about it. You know, all of us that are, you know, playing the game at a high level, you know, most of us started young, and it's just sort of it's in there.
When you start younger, longer clubs, we talked about it a little bit before, there's a tendency sometimes the mass of the club can pull you back here. How do golfers avoid that? Because young kids, that's speed. So how do you avoid the trap of back?
So, but back is fine as long as you turn. You can be stuck, but if you have a really good body rotation, which, you know, most kids do, if you're here, you can catch up. I mean, and that's what, you know, I'm not as underneath as I used to be, you know, and I see, you know, videos of myself when I was 16 and the club was here, but I just had so much body rotation that I matched it up and was able to do it. But I mean, it's maybe not a most consistent move, but it's going to be the move that gets you the most speed.
Yeah. Maria, in a green light situation, this tee shot, you've got your parameters. Imagine there's a fairway out there. Anything you change if you really need to hit a big carry?
I think I just try to get a little bit wider, tilt my shoulders a little bit more, and just swing as hard as I can. Basically, I'm not scared to just go for it. I mean, again, if it's a green light situation, I know I can miss it both ways, and I just kind of try to see a high draw and feel like I'm hitting like up on the ball, and usually works out. Let's see if I can get it to go far on this one.
Okay.
That's so good.
There's a definitive change I mean, I saw it, right? And you can touch on that.
Yeah, I mean, like everything that Maria said there, right? I mean, wider stance, tilt your shoulders a little bit so that, you know, your spine angle is tilted a little bit away from the target so that it encourages you to hit up on the ball.
Changes the low point.
Changes the low point. You know, your attack angle will probably go up a couple of degrees. And we all know that, that's how you optimize your ball flight. You know, and through TrackMan and through all the stuff that we do, heading up on it, high launch angle, low spin, that's where you're going to get the most distance.
It pivots nicely for Rory. If you hit some, Maria, you come and take a stance next to me. I know your tee height to me.
High.
Yeah. What are you thinking there? Maybe you can allude to that. Obviously now with the forged aluminum ring on that driver, the movement of the weight, are you feeling anything in these initial days of hitting it where you can really leverage that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've always liked a high tee because my low point is a little bit before the ball, so I want to try to hit up on it. I sometimes get a little too much that way, and sometimes you'll hit a decent drive, but you can see that the club's just sort of scraped across the ground a few feet before the ball. So, but yeah, I've always been I was a small kid, I'm a small guy, and I have to try to use everything I can to hit the ball a long way. You know, so it's just, I just tried different things as a kid, and I thought the best thing for me was, to get the club sort of behind me and really push in, and then almost like feel like I jump up into it. And hit up.
Show us one, Rory, and Maria, I'll let you break this down. And what do you see as an athlete and a player?
That's like 20 behind me, but we'll take it. No, that was good, yeah. I mean, I think it's just looks very natural and comfortable. I think we are seeing more and so these days than ever before, like people are getting very technical or going
definitely
the complete opposite route and doing crazy swings. I mean, we have Matt on the team where he has a completely different swing, but I think, I don't know, a couple of feet before the ball, we are all in the same position. We're all kind of, the club's a little bit behind us, our hips are open, we're all kind of just facing the target as the club's catching up. And I think that's, in my opinion, kind of what creates a lot of power. I think that we were saying, like, you try to jump on it, it definitely looks like you just kind of try to use your legs as much as you can and use the ground and get speed that way. That was nice.
It's money there.
Yeah.
What is there a single best and then single longest drive that either of you can recall in a pressure situation that you remember? You recall where this was demonstrated and it was like, it sticks out, First tee Ryder Cups or something where...
Just trying to make contact. I think for me, Valhalla in 2014, I hit a shot off the 16th tee on the final day and I killed it. Absolutely just hammered it. And it was one of those where you needed to hit a good tee shot and just it was full commitment, full speed, didn't guide it at all, and just,
green light.
Yeah, exactly, green light.
I think for me, it was last year at the national championship. There's this dogleg par 4 that's not really a short par 4, but if you take enough aggressive line, you can get there and just hit this amazing, nice high draw and caught the green, and it was pretty cool to do it at home at nationals. Yeah.
Fantastic. Create one more for us then, Rory. Let's see it go.
And one of the things so I've sort of been trying over the last couple of months to get a little more speed. Even thinking of, Augusta and some of the bunkers that you're able to take out of play if you have, that sort of 320, 325 in the air. So one of the things that I've found with trying to get even a little more speed is if I can just think about, and this goes against all traditional golf teaching, try to take it back quicker. They'd say sort of low and slow. Like if you take it back quicker, it has to come down quicker. It's just the
How do you
ratio of
time the
back.
transition though? Is that hard?
It is hard, but I think if you practice it enough, you become a little more comfortable with it.
My next question there would be, and Maria, I don't know what you're thinking about this, but how do you then go, that's great if it's a power move off the tee, here's your super long tee shot, but then you leave yourself with a feel shot, side hill lie, wedge, 9-iron. Is that a hard transition to make as players between the bomb to the feel shot?
I think it is on the range because, you know, you've only got maybe a few seconds between hitting a shot and then hitting the next shot. But on the golf course, you're walking 4 or 5 minutes. You know, if you hit one really good, you're going to be the last one to hit into the green. Your playing partners are going to be way behind you.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least you have time to sort of slow down and get back into the rhythm of a wedge shot.
I think as amateurs, there's a feeling when you drive it beyond people, it gives you that ego feeling, you know. We alluded to it off camera, but you know, the giraffe, and you feel good because you're feeling big, long, but you keep yourself on the ground, as you alluded to. How does that transition in the game as a pro? Does it even come into your mindset?
I mean, it certainly makes you feel. You
Yeah.
feel good when you hit a good drive and you're past your playing partners, and doesn't necessarily mean you're going to shoot the best score, but yeah, there's a type of validation in that, but it definitely, like, it makes the golf course easier if you can get it out there.
Yeah.
Finish off for one, Rory. It's I always marvel at seeing you guys hit golf shots, and the sound and the launch and the flight is unbelievable.
We hit it long like that and straight. It's hard to beat.
Both of you, I think it's safe to say there's just no hope I'm even getting there and listening to it. I need some more rotation back 35 years, but great spending time with you.
Thank you.
Hope to see more of these power moves as we go.
Yep.